There are still ways you can test whether or not the UV rays are getting through your sunglasses to your eyes. Use a UV flashlight and a bill that has a seal. If you shine the light through your sunglasses and can still see the seal, your eyes are not protected.
I'm not going to go all the way in because there is a point where I won't be able to see my feet anymore.
3340's Ashley Gooden in studio now with a new update from local doctors. Ashley.
That's right, Chris and Brenda. Dr. Jody Dion Odom works with infectious diseases at UAB. She says so far, 80% of people who have the virus will show mild symptoms, 15% will show severe symptoms, and 5% would need to make an ICU visit. An 8-year-old boy died shortly after the incident. We recently learned his name was Roy Tay Giles Jr., a rising third grader in the Bessemer City school system. The car kept going until it ended up here and crashed into this tree. As you can see, the car is still over there. A roof that fell into this parking lot. This is the Atlantic North Hotel. While Henry was at the front of the store wrestling with the thief, his mom came back here and grabbed pepper spray and this baton. Well, hey, this one, back streets back. All right.
She's good.
And again, that road to recovery, they are anticipating to be a long one. Hopeful mood out here today. A lot of people have been praying together. I've heard people listening to gospel music together. And you said you have younger family members yourself. Tell me about what you were feeling when you heard that there was a 3-year-old missing from your community.
We also wanted to hear from you guys. I think it's too early.
Yeah, I
John.
think it's too early too. I think we need to get Thanksgiving out of the way first.
That is how I am too. And I spoke with Casey. She says it's too early.
Yeah.
Today was a day to remember Deputy Farrah Turner, her gracious smile, the selflessness of a friend, and lessons learned along the way. ABC 15's Taggart Houck was in Florence today as family and friends honored her life. These dogs go through a year-long extensive training program at Auburn University to be able to detect what humans can't, specifically firearms and explosives that may be moving through crowds. Well, Chris, Henry Wynn's family has owned that Chevron for over 20 years and have never had anything like this happen. He tells me he didn't have time to be scared. He just sprung into action. Henry Wynn started his day at the same Chevron on Forestdale Boulevard his family has owned for years.
I pretty much have every angle but the little spot that he was at.
But this particular day, someone lurking down the snack aisle caught him off guard.
Getting ready to check out for the night, and then of course I did notice him coming in and out and walking around shopping like a normal person.
What happened next was something many wouldn't try doing.
And I didn't really plan on doing it, it just kind of happened. I just saw the opportunity and I just took it.
Wynn was approached by an unmasked man with a gun. He didn't see the man coming, but quickly began wrestling him. The surveillance video shows Wynn trying his hardest to get the gun out of the man's hands.
When he got closer, that's when I saw the opportunity to grab the gun from him.
While Henry was at the front of the store wrestling with the thief, his mom came back here and grabbed pepper spray and this baton.
I didn't want to shoot him, so I just went after him with a nightstick just to make sure something happened to him to know that it wasn't an easy task.
He hit the man.
I might have injured him, which I kind of felt like he was backing off as I was hitting him.
And attempted to destroy his car.
Broke his headlight, windshield, side window, back window, and at that time he was driving off already.
That day may not have ended like most days at the Chevron on Forestdale Boulevard, but Wynn is still in good spirits.
He actually ended up leaving with, less than what he came with. So I guess that's a plus.
That only a portion of northeast Alabaster is directly affected, but they are erring on the side of caution and issuing that notice throughout the entire city just in case. Now that break threw a wrench in some plans today, but some people are making the very best out of it. Water main breaks don't happen often in Alabaster, but when they do.
The cooking and you can't watch, you got to boil the water, and it's kind of put a strain on things.
Several North Alabaster homes and businesses had little to no water much of Wednesday, some even closing their doors for the day.
Your father's got them burgers that be banging. Wings, tacos, tenders, po' boys that be slaying.
But not everyone.
I'm not surprised that he thought up something,
William Chelowinski is making lemonade out of the sour situation.
We got cheesesteaks, chicken Phillies, buffalo chicken cheese fries. I got a burger. And we got wings and tenders, so we're a little bit limited.
Limited, but not prohibited, thanks to his food trucks and gallons of water to wash hands and dishes.
I mean, you can choose to be miserable. You can choose to let it ruin your day. You can choose to let it just wreck what you got going on. But there's a plan.
A plan he says was God's plan.
Sometimes you gotta get a little angry. You gotta take a step back, do a little praying. But from there, the most important thing is to be willing to listen and open your eyes to what he's trying to show you.
And just like that, a sour situation turned sweet.
Let's grow and grab some grub. I'll give you hunger hugs. To fathers, man, it's all about the love.
Now, Alabaster City Schools disconnected all water fountains and ice machines until further notice, but students do have access to bottled water and hand sanitizer until the water is safe. Live in Alabaster, Ashley Gooden, ABC 3340 News. Before the bouquet is delivered, these flowers are nursed by the green thumbs at Norton's.
What we've been doing for 100 years is we just make people smile. That's the best part of our job.
They bloom healthy and beautiful. They're pruned to give them some air, and when they're put together, they can be the difference between a dark day and a bright one, much like people.
A white dozen? All right, a white dozen.
Just ask Stacy Ray. She's a lead floral designer.
I love how I can make an arrangement on somebody's saddest day and put a smile on their face. It's just a good feeling.
Stacy started as a temporary employee at Norton's through the Lovelady Center. The center helps women restore hope after difficult situations. There's nothing easy about what Stacy went through, losing her family and kids.
Homeless, living under a bridge, you know, doing all kinds of bad things, getting in trouble with the law, selling dope. That was my bottom.
For 14 years, she was addicted to heroin and meth. While sitting in the Etowah County Jail for trafficking heroin, a seed was planted.
Being in that jail for a few months and then my family just writing me out of nowhere, telling me they loved me, telling me they were there for me, putting money on my books, that had never happened before. That was my stopping point. That's when I said, I'm not doing it anymore. And I stopped.
The Lovelady Center watered the seed, and Norton's gave it the sunshine it needed to grow. It's now been 3 years, and the flower continues to bloom, with help, she says, from God.
I'm proof that, you know, you can lose everything you ever loved, lose everything you ever had, and then get it all back.
In Birmingham, Ashley Gooden,
I'm living proof.
ABC 3340 News.